I got our next speaker lined up right now, and this guy is a freaking living legend. He's made over $60 million in network marketing. He is a super affiliate with My Daily Choice, and he is about to rain down wisdom nuggets for us about recruiting. And so, Robert Hollis, what's up, brother? Talk to us, man.
I'll tell you what's up, my income. Thank you, Jefferson. Thank you so much. I hope you can hear me okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, first of all, I hope you guys are, again, taking notes. And I know Jefferson's such an incredible leader, so I'm honored and blessed to be a part of this event with all these incredible people. And I'm taking notes just like everybody else. It's like, or you should. So, let me get right to the point. Thank you again, Jefferson, for inviting me to this. I just followed you. I'm like what is it called? A stalker. You just don't know that I'm stalking you. And just an amazing leader. So thank you again for allowing me to be a part of this. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, my story is I hope that this it gets to you because when I went to school, I was on the short bus, the special classes, a learning disability, and a number of them. And so, I tell people all the time that when I was really, really young, I always heard parents always talking about, well, that, he's special. And what they don't realize is because of my belief, I know that I'm special. I'm not like anybody else, and I don't try to be like anybody else. And parents had a lot of problems, so I was taken away from my parents when I was 13 years old. I had two brothers. They got sent to another home. And so I just grew up in foster homes and orphanages. And so, when you're 18 years old, normally you're just kicked out. You know what I mean? They give you a bag and your clothes and stuff, and you're on your own. You're an adult. I hung around the wrong people. Jefferson talks about some incredible books. One of my favorite is The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles, written in 1910. And one of the things that I understood really quickly is you become who you hang around. So I hung around the wrong people, and I stole a beer truck for my high school graduation party. And then I got to spend a year in federal prison for that. So I know there's a lot of people here that might be going, hey, you don't know my background. I'm telling you what, this is an equal opportunity. To think that I could get involved in this industry 37 years ago, and there wasn't that line on the application that said, listen, are you a convicted felon? I didn't have to fill that out anymore. And then the other incredible things is just the thought that I could work with people like Jefferson and John and Ollie and Kenny and all these people here, Brett, that to learn from people that have already done it. A person can't take you to a place they've never been. And there's all these people on the internet saying that they're the expert, but they're not. These people have hit positions like 500K and 250K and 8 figures, and like Kenny and all these people, they're here to help you. But what normal people do is they try to figure it out on their own. Well, don't get mad at me for saying this, but Albert Einstein said that if you can't get a 6-year-old to understand what you're doing, you're too complicated. So simplicity, I'm a very simple person. And so that's why this business works for me. And so here's the first thing I need you to do is imagination. Imagination is, there's a lot of people, what is it, a why to make you cry? You got to have a vision. You got to set goals. Listen, everything you've done in your entire life started with imagination. Albert Einstein says, imagination makes knowledge look like nothing. Because you can have knowledge, but without imagination. And we just watched the Olympics. You know what every Olympian medalist has in common? They've seen someone do it, and they imagine, oh, wouldn't it be amazing if I could get a medal too? If she did it, I can do it. And you follow the people that taught them. So when I got introduced to this, I was on workman's comp. I was an auto mechanic. So not sometimes good with the book sense and the education sense, but thank God I got common knowledge, is sometimes the most uncommon thing. So when I got hurt on workman's comp and now I'm not making any money, a person said, hey, listen, I met this guy. He makes $62,000 a month. The first thing I said, you got to be kidding. Yeah, how can someone do that? And he's looking for people. And I go, I'll drive. So the whole concept is saying as little as possible to as many people as you can, as fast as you can. And when I met my mentor, I wanted to see the check. Show me your income. Show it to me. And he showed it to me. And he said, hey, listen, what if I endorse this to you? I was like, what? He goes, what if I endorse this and gave you this check? What would you do with it? And I went, man, I'd pay the payments on my car to stop the repo man. I get caught up on my rent. I would pay my electricity bill. I didn't have any electricity. And I'm just like, oh, I would do all these things. And then it was the biggest one, because when I got put on workman's comp, I actually, listen to this, I actually told my girlfriend that she needed to go back to Montana. We're living in California. And I said, you know what? If I had that money, I would get an airplane and I would fly back to Montana, and I would beg her. I would tell her I'm sorry, and I would ask her to be my wife. And after I told her all this stuff, he goes, how would that make you feel? How would you make that feel? And I was going, that would be amazing. And he goes, great. Let me tell you what to do. You've seen my presentation on a video. And I said, I did. And he says, first thing you got to do is imagine that stuff and get into that energy of imagination. You know, remember when we're all seeing kids and I want to be a fireman, and your imagination is a super cape? You know, how many of you seeing kids, you know, they jump from furniture to furniture and they don't want to land on the carpet or the floor because it's lava? You know, remember when people imagine? But if you have children, if you are married, or if you have a job, if you have a home, whatever you have, you imagine first. And I think of songs like Willy Wonka, right? Pure imagination. When you get done, go to YouTube and put in Pure Imagination and listen to that song. John Lennon, Imagine. Mercy Me, I Can Only Imagine. You get in that state, and with that excitement, enthusiasm, and ethos is God within. And now you go out there, and I very simply put, check this out. And I put a video link. What video would I use? I would use Jefferson's. I would use John's. When I got involved in MDC 6.5 years ago, I used Josh and Jenna. I asked them to do a Zoom for me. I took that Zoom, recorded it, and then I put it on Facebook. And I put it on YouTube. And I put, check this out, check this out, check this out. Because my mentor told me to say as little as possible to as many people as I can, as fast as I can. And I said, what if they ask me questions? Go, hey, don't worry about that. Just say, all I know is, and tell a story. So I started telling the stories of people that already went before me. Wait a minute, that's what they do in the Olympics. What made you think of being a gold medalist? Oh, so-and-so, when I was young, I seen so-and-so. So I learned to be excited with imagination, let this little light of mine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, and constantly reach out to people and say, check this video out, check this video out, check this video. I see Ollie on here. The only reason that I'm in Cossacks is because I watched Ollie's video. I watched that. Ollie, you are amazing, man. And then behind there came Maddie, and then, you know, Jefferson was on there. And so I got that video. I put it on my Facebook and my YouTube, and I shared it with everyone. Everyone. And pow, 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 pow. So a lot of people, what they do is they try to gather knowledge instead of an imagination. And that's what excites me. I don't want to know this stuff. I hear you guys are going to crack up when I say this. Do you guys know I still haven't done a presentation in MDC? Josh Wago, 33 years old, created a company that's almost 10 years old that's done 600 million. I haven't done that. When I got in this company, Jenna made 258,000 a month. That was bigger than any monthly check I received. And he and Jenna were doing this together. So I got them to do a Zoom, and I got that video seen 119,000 times. And my team promoted it, everyone promoted it, and immediately had this thing called duplication. Everything that I do, I ask if anybody else can do it. And here's my Super Saturday training. Have you ever seen a video that made you feel emotional? It maybe inspired you, maybe it made you cry, and maybe it even pissed you off. And while you're watching the video, did you ever go, oh my God, I got to send this to Ollie. I got to send this to Kenny. I got to send this to John. I got to send this to Abdullah. I got to send this to Brett. That's all I do. And people go, wow, you know what? I can watch a video, get excited, and send it. Do you know when I watch a video with Jefferson or John in it, do you know I get to be excited? You want to get excited and go into imagination, just watch the video that you're sharing with everyone over and over and over again. So I took Ollie's video, Natty and Jefferson, I put that on YouTube, and I just said, check this out, check this out, check this out, check this out, check this out. Then the new promo come out. I did exactly the same thing. And, now I have over 19 personal people with Akashic, because I'm not the deal. If you hear me in the testimonial, I don't know how to trade. I don't know how to speak Tradenese. I don't know how to speak Vietnamese. I barely speak English. So I don't understand Tradenese. And when you teach people to do that, that's when you see people go, well, I could do that. And I just was on a call the other day, and it really, really touched my heart, because this girl goes, wow, I not only got in, I got somebody in, and that person else got somebody in. And so I hope this helped you. I just say as little as possible to as many people as I can. A lot of people don't have the talent and skills that Jefferson and John have, and the other people that are speakers on here, Marin. Man, it's like I am very, very good at telling other people's story. Check this person out. Check this video. Check this story out. Check this story out. My new testimonial and inspiration is Weezy. You know what I mean? I hope I'm saying his name right. But that's how it's done. And I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover. I've been doing this for 37 years, and people, I unlike Jefferson, I'm too simple to take a lot of years to make money. I made 10 grand my first 30 days with my mentor, because I put 70 people in front of a VHS tape and said, I'm nobody, listen to him. So Jefferson, I'm honored to be on here. I'm turning it back to you. And again, thank you very much for having me on.
You bet, buddy. Hey, I got a few questions for you here.
Sure.
By the way, everybody, a VHS was something prior to, that was back when the legends were, put those things in. So I got a question for you, because sure. There's some people that are on here, right? And by the way, great job, like always. There's some people on here and they just think, oh, I'm just going to post a video to Facebook and I'm going to get rich. Well, obviously, that's not how it works, right? Thank you. Relationships, you've created a lot of value for people over time.
Yes.
Right? Putting out, you're doing Facebook Lives every day. You're giving value. So what's happened is you've built this contact capital, this value capital in people's lives. So when you post something out there, the people that always follow you and look at your stuff, they're going to look at it because of the value that you've brought to them. So can you expand and unpack a little bit more about, that?
Yeah, because I go back 37 years ago, and I had two friends that were also auto mechanics. I already told you my background. I'm an orphan. I didn't have any family. Nuts. And so when I got in, it was me approaching people and just very simply asking them to do a huge favor. I know people say they don't like that, but I still do that on social media today. The only one I use is Facebook. And what I'll do is I'll follow people that inspire me. And I'll make heartfelt comments on there. And then when other people also make heartfelt comments, I give what I want. I make comments on theirs. They usually reply. And then I'll reach out to them and I'd say, hey, maybe you could do me a huge personal favor. I'd really appreciate it. And they go, what? I said, well, you check out this video. I know for a fact you'll know someone who'll benefit. So when I got involved in MDC, I had been out in network marketing for 5 years. I built my entire group and went to super affiliate with all people that I didn't know, Jefferson.
Okay, that's huge, because there's a lot of us that we've had to start over. People have maybe, they had like 5 friends and they all said no. So like, what do I do now? Right. And they think their life is over. It's kind of like, no, you can rebuild. I mean, my first, I guess you could say I was part of the double NFL, no friends left and no funds left.
I'm there.
Yeah.
I still haven't gone after people that were in my groups and other companies. I just not interested.
So let's parachute because we still got some time on your thing here. So let's parachute into your brain real quick. What were you
Please.
thinking? What are you thinking in your head? You're like, okay, I got to go meet some new people. How do I do it? Like, so tell us a little bit about that. And what are some one-liners? What are some things? Just give us some more downloads here on the recruiting side of things.
Right. My mentor said to me when I watched the video, it's a classic line we all use. What did you like most about what you just seen? To show you how powerful my mentor was, do you realize that I met him when I went to the meeting, but he let the VHS or the video talk. He was doing the presentation and he was in the room. So when I got done, he said, what'd you like most about it? I said, honestly, everything. I didn't understand any of it, but I sure like those circles. I want to be a circle because the income kept going up the more circles you have in your group. So I just wanted to be a circle. So now I'm told the simple thing, say as little as possible to as many people as I could. And I keep telling people I'm not that smart. I really am. I got common sense, but I'm not that smart. So I lived in San Fernando Valley and, it was Van Nuys. And I thought, where's the most people? Where's the most people? Downtown LA. I drove 2.5 hours, Jefferson, to downtown LA to the First Interstate building. And I waited for people to come out. And I just walked up to them and said, hello. And they'd go, hi. And I go, you work around here? They go, yeah, in this business, in this First Interstate building. I was standing there. And then they went, I said, how's that going? Same crap, different day. I said, listen, I'm helping a company expand and they can't find the quality people that they need. Do you know anyone that would like to make 6 figures plus? What is this? Why are you interested? Well, I don't know what it is. Give me your phone number. I'll call you when you get home from work and I'll set up a time to show you a video that I seen. Did most people say, yeah? No? Everyone. But it didn't make a difference because in 30 days, I got 72 people to watch the video. 11 of them got involved and 6 of them made me a millionaire before the age of 30. So in this day and age, I look at Facebook, people go, what about the other social medias? And I go, I haven't got through the 2.8 active people on Facebook, the 2.8 billion people. So I find the people I resonate with, I follow them, make nice comments. And still to this day, I just do that all day, every day. I make everything I want to have happen to me, likes on my comments, hearts on my comments, comments on my comments, shares on my comments. I just do that to other people's deal. And then people start, I like being the #1 contributor on Abraham Hicks's site or Bob Proctor's site or John Maxwell's site. You're Rhonda Byrne. Here's something that I love telling people. Do you guys know that Rhonda Byrne, that wrote The Secret, that made $300 million, do you know that she read Science of Getting Rich and then went on the internet and said, who else gives credit to this book? And then she got them all together and did a video. Then it ended up on Larry King, Ellen DeGeneres, Oprah, and made $300 million by promoting somebody else's wisdom?
Dude, that is awesome, man. Like this is okay. Here's what I got from that. Okay. And hopefully you guys, thank God we're transcribing this and everything, and we can all rewatch it, but you didn't give a crap about the nose. You didn't give a crap of how you looked or how people looked at you or whatever. You just talked to people. And I think one of the biggest fears that everybody has is the fear of starting small, or the fear of looking stupid, or the fear of whatever, starting small because you're not a gazillionaire yet. Well, we all got started somewhere, but you went out and talked to people because you cared more about the result than you did about how you looked in the moment or how you sounded or whatever.
Well, see, I believe in MDC and I believed in other companies. So it's not a doubt that this industry's done great things for Kenny. There's not a doubt this industry's done great things for John and for you. It's done incredible things for Joss and Jenna Zweigel. So I have to say as little as possible to those that have ears to hear. It's like, honestly, it's witnessing 101. I tell people, why don't you walk up to people and say, hey, Jefferson, do you know of anyone right now that would love more peace, love in their life? Yeah, me. Great. And I don't talk about a product or a company. I talk about a person. I'm going, Jefferson, listen, I got this guy, John. He's helping me and he knows all this stuff and he's really made a lot of success. And I got to introduce you to John, man. He is just the most incredible person. Okay, great. Well, here's John. He did a video. I want you to watch this video because I sure don't want to waste my time introducing you to John if you're not interested. I hope you can understand that.
I love it. That's awesome, man. Well, listen, I really appreciate just everything that you shared with us today. I might bring you back to unpack some more things here, but
Sure.
Earlier, Kenny was talking, and then from that was like, hey, I've got a plan, I've got a system, and now you talked about I've got a person, you got to introduce. You got to meet somebody. It's funny. I had a guy named Dale Denton. I don't know if you guys remember him in the industry, but Dale is every time I'd be talking to him, he's like, hey, dude, hey. It sounds like he's kind of leaning in, like he's gonna introduce me to a girl, right? He goes,
Yeah.
hey, real quick, I want you to meet somebody. Hold on. Like that's how he would get me on the phone. And the way that he said it is like, dude, are you introducing me to like I was single at the time? He's like, are you introducing to a girl? It's just so funny the way he did it, right?
Yeah.
It's like but he made it about a person. He didn't ask me, hey, I want to introduce you to somebody. He's like, hey, I want you to meet somebody. Hold on one second. Boom. And he clicked me over and now I'm on the phone with somebody, and it was amazing.
Jefferson, when I hear you and John and of course Joss and Jenna, Candace Burt Davis, oh my God, you guys are so articulate. It's just like a lot of times you guys even use words that I don't know. But I keep thinking of myself when I was young. If someone said, "Wouldn't you want to be an entrepreneur?" The answer would be no. Not because I don't know what it is, it's because I don't want to look stupid because I don't know what that details. And so it would be the same as, hey, do you want to be a gymnast? You know what I mean? No, So when someone said to me, hey, I met this guy that is documented, he's got evidence. And even though I, went to super affiliate in record time showing Joss and Jenna's Zoom, when I met Joss and Jenna, they didn't even know what Zoom was. And all I said is, listen, please, I just want to promote you. I'll get a bunch of people on there. And all I wanted them is recorded. That's all. And even just recently, so if you guys looked at my YouTube channel, it's like I have Mark Smith on there. I'm just like, who can explain dream trips better than Mark Smith? Jefferson Santos. It's like, so everybody always hears me and they go, well, Robert's making it too simple. Oh my God, if it was complex, I couldn't do it. But I can point to other people, man. I can tell people stories. And Jefferson, you know this mystery. When I tell everyone else's story, I actually never ever cared about my story. Yeah, I went from your story and John and Jenna's story to my people's stories. So now you look at the leaderboard, and I have all these people from Hungary that just rocked it. Shandor and Judith and Laszlo and Arpad and Olga. These people, I just love telling my downline stories. And you know that, Jefferson, because you tell your downline stories. Not about me.
That was perfect, man. So listen, I appreciate your time here, buddy. We got some little bonus time from you. And and if we have some time at the end, we'll unpack some more things. And so I appreciate you jumping on.
I'll stick around.
Yeah, you know what? It's everyone, I want you to understand this. It's his attitude. Do you feel like the light that he's light, he's funny, he doesn't take himself seriously, and he's laughing all the time, and that's one thing you can get away with saying a lot of things there, Robert, just laugh at the end. You can punch somebody in the face verbally and just laugh. And they're like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm the guy that always spoke at Eric Worre's events. He allowed me to close them out a couple of times. And, I'm the guy that comes out in the flowered shirts and the Jesus sandals, and everybody else is like wearing alligator shoes and $3,000. And I'm just like, people go, why do you dress that way? And I said, because I can. I need to be prepared. And if Eric Worre or Jefferson ask me if I want to go to Dubai, I'm ready. Let's go. So like Kenny said, man, I love, I wrote down what it's liabilities and assets is that incredible testimony that you have. But thank you, Chuck. That was brilliant, Kenny. So I'm looking forward to learning from the rest of the speakers.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks, Robert. Appreciate it.